My next guest is John Ludwig. He's the SVP of National Accounts for Contract Manufacturing at Good West. John, and he brought some Black and Bold.
I did.
How are you?
Well, thanks. How are you doing?
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Pleasure's mine.
So, tell us a little bit about Good West. I mean, here's a great sort of conversation starter right there. But sort of, what do you guys do? What is your area of focus?
Good West is a low-acid aseptic processor that allows us to create a lot of innovative products in the dairy, non-dairy, beverage, coffee world without adding additives. Instead, we're getting the shelf life and all the properties we want from ultra-high temperature pasteurization.
That's great. And bag and box is sort of an area that you're looking at, and I know we're maybe a little bit early stage, but can you tell us about your interest in that?
So we've got a 24-year history as a company, exclusively focused on aseptic bag and box packaging. So we have quite a few larger sizes now, 5-gallon bags, 2.5-gallon bags, more of an institutional, industrial application. The 3-liter bag size we see here is more grab-and-go mentality. Can be subscription services, wholesale clubs, restaurants, colleges and universities. We're a little pre-commercial on this now. We're about to automate this process. It should be a great opportunity for us as a company and for our customers.
And I know we talked a little bit before coming on stage here, but there was some influence or some of the inspiration coming from wine, obviously, which has a lot of success in bag and box.
Correct. So once commercialized, we will be the only company in the country that can use the wine tap technology in a low-acid aseptic setting, which means we'll be able to do quite a few low-acid products. We'll be limited. We can't do lemonades or citric or juices, but coffees, cold brews, flavored coffees, it opens up quite a world for us.
Absolutely. And I mean, obviously cold brew or coffee in general is just a huge category. What are some of the things you're seeing within that category that are exciting you, interesting you, and maybe can move in certain directions?
To me, I think cold brew is here to stay. We've seen some leaps and bounds in the quality of the product and the processing of that. There is no federal standard of identity for cold brew, so I think there have been some imitation type products. Today's consumer is not allowing for that. If we follow the examples that are set by the La Colombe's and Wandering Bears of the world, where they truly are using a great quality cold brew coffee, we can take that, dilute it to where they want it, make it a ready-to-drink product, pop it in the box.
And could this work for teas? Could this work for other? I mean, what kind of stuff are we?
Sure, we can do teas as well. We can do non-dairy products. We are an allergen-free facility, so we've not entertained any almonds or nut-based products to date. We could do some oat beverages. We're looking at some hemps. Really, as a company, we're the processing piece. We're not a brand-driven company. So the Java Creations that you see here is really a control brand. We needed to put something on the box. If a customer's got a brand name, we'll help them reinforce that brand in this great package.
So if you're talking hypothetically to his prospective brand, what are some of the things that you're looking for in terms of what makes this a good fit when, or some of the people watching, when they're approaching co-packers and talking about building relationships, what are some of the things to look out for and try to sort of build on?
We want to make certain that they have their formula already in place. If they can provide us with that information, we can turn around the costing exercise in very short order. If they've not firmly established their formulation, it just opens it up to interpretation and maybe some disappointment. So in specific, if we've got a customer that's interested in looking at a co-pack product from us, give us your ingredients, who are the suppliers, so we can do a costing exercise. Also helps us prepare for the trial run and the test batches.
Absolutely. So you don't necessarily work with companies on their formulation. They come ready with everything to sort of hit the line running.
Primarily, we like to have the formula come from our potential customer. We know what works best in an ultra-high temperature pasteurization process, so we can add some guidance and some expertise there. But as far as specific formulas and ingredients, everybody has their own idea, everybody has their own formulation. Most often that will translate properly into the ultra-high temperature pasteurized process. We just want to make certain that we're getting it for the customer to their exacting specs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that you guys are on the processing side, but when this type of product goes to market, what is your feel on consumers sort of taking to coffee and bag and box, having seen it in wine and been familiar with that in that sense? Do you think there's an element of consumer education or sort of building sort of understanding of same format but different product?
I think there may be a little bit, but I think we're seeing quite a few consumers that are buying the multi-serve, the 48-ounce bottles and the PET and the glass. This is just an alternative packaging format to that. I think the one great benefit to the customer, to our internal customer, and then to the end user, the consumer, is the fact that this can stay shelf stable throughout its life before it's opened. Then once it's opened, pop it in the fridge, use it up within 15 days. But I think we are seeing a higher level of acceptance on aseptic products. 15 years ago, that wouldn't be the case.
Right, and the shelf life on a product like this is?
A little bit depends on the ingredients. On the black and bold that you see here, 270 days, so 9 months.
That's great. And what other sort of emerging categories you guys have your eye on, or maybe even emerging processes that maybe we haven't heard about that maybe could impact the beverage market in terms of bringing new and innovative products there?
We're looking at quite a few different categories on this. We're looking at adult nutrition products, maybe some early childhood development formulations, dairy alternatives with oat and chia and hemp. Again, we're almost a behind-the-scenes manufacturer here. We react to the demands of the market and our customers. We don't have a huge marketing team that goes out and tries to spot the trends. We react to those trends.
And here at BevNet Live, have you seen have you had any conversations, or have you seen any brands or even just categories that caught your eye, maybe interested in to maybe develop down the road?
I tried some great flavored waters, unsweetened. There was a watermelon water, a strawberry water. I think those are fantastic. The maple water has some great products out there. I really think that the better for you clean label that we can offer with the pasteurization process we use will really be paramount to future success in beverages.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's an interesting one, maple water. I mean, coconut water, obviously, we saw, really paved the way for a lot of plant-based waters. And as a category, there's been some development. I think some, some more than others, I guess. But so it sounds like your plant-based waters is something that you feel has some momentum behind it?
I think so. Our background is largely in away-from-home food service, so we deal a lot with the convenience store shopper and the college and university and the guy at the hospital or at the work plant. The demand for cleaner label products is at an all-time high, and I think it does create a lot of opportunities for us for doing clean label products, regardless of the packaging format.
That's great. And the facility itself, have you guys, how much can you produce? What is your sort of capacity? And
we're an SQF Level 3 certified facility, which is really important to those larger customers. They want to make certain that we're for real. We are inspected by the USDA and the FDA. We're a certified organic processor. We have about 100,000 square foot facility in Douglasville, Pennsylvania. It's about 70 miles outside of Philadelphia. We also have a partnership with a program with a company in Logan, Utah called Gosner Foods, where we own a filler inside their facility to take care of our West Coast customers.
Well, John, it was great having you on here. Thanks so much for talking with us and explaining a little bit more about the product. And fantastic. We're going to keep things going here.
Pleasure. Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely.